Good day, everybody. It is currently the 3rd of November, 2014. You are looking at the latest satellite imagery of our violent Typhoon Nuri. Actually, literally, the intensity scale from the Japan Meteorological Agency at this time rates this as a violent typhoon of 105 gusting to 150 knots, pressure down to 910 HPA. This is stronger than any storm system in the Atlantic thus far this year by a long shot, but also it's one of the strongest in the Western Pacific thus far this year. The strongest we had seen was earlier when we had one get down to 900 HPA long. But the good news is that, as we can see here with the track from the Joint Typhoon Warning Center, also with the Japan Meteorological Agency, this is definitely peaking well over the open ocean. That typically happens in this part of the ocean, in the Philippine Sea, where sea surface temperatures are just boiling, and it's expected, at least for now, to stay offshore. Right now, actually, the JTWC expecting this to max at 170, gusting to 205 knots. Absolutely intense super typhoon rated by them. You can even pull back the picture here, and you can just see that very symmetrical shape around the center of circulation. You have that defined eye right in here. You still have that moisture inflow coming in from the south. Outflow aloft, really, and it's one of its final burst right now. Main reason is because we have a trough coming through, allowing a lot of that exhaust to come through, and it's just giving this big lungs to breathe off on the northern periphery of this storm system, and that is one reason why we are seeing it so strong. But this will also be the death of the storm. You see all that cold air flowing in from the north? That's what this is. This is a cold surge setting up. If you're out here in Korea or Japan today, even right now, I have my window open here in Tokyo, but main reason is just a nice little fall breeze coming in. Definitely nothing to support tropical activity. We're even seeing some snowfall out here across Hokkaido and parts of Honshu. That's gonna run into this like a snowplow, stop it dead in its tracks, and then pull it towards the northeast. So right now, I know if you just look at the satellite picture alone and the forward movement of this, it looks pretty ominous for the southern Japanese islands in western Japan. By the Thursday to Friday time frame, though, there is a few things I do want to note here. This could impact coastal Kanto, even if indirectly, still could bring some impacts out here. And this is that area right here, the Chiba Prefecture, Kanagawa, the Izu Peninsula that kind of stick out here. Well, as our trough pulls it off towards the northeast, our high pressure is going to buffet this and pull it towards the northeast as well, right? We're going to have a high pressure gradient set up across the southern Japanese islands. Expect some gusty winds coming out of that throughout the day here on Monday going into Tuesday. Should be dry winds though, so don't worry too much about any rainfall or anything like that. Some dangerous waves could come out of this though, and definitely you want to stay away from the coastline, especially on the northwestern and northern peripheries of the island. Then as our storm system starts to track off here towards the north though, that high pressure starts to push farther towards the south. So it's going to leave a little bit of a waiver here that it could potentially come a little bit closer towards the coast into the Tokyo area and bring some rough weather right along immediate coastal areas. That's given the forecast, at least at this time. I'm pretty sure the center of circulation will stay offshore, leaving you in the western periphery of the circulation on Thursday and the Friday. That's the better side to be on, but still could be some rough weather as this does push by. Again, for model comparison's sake, let's show you the GFS outlook, and that also indicates our storm coming exceptionally close to the coastline, but not making quite a landfall. But still, even in this scenario, we're seeing winds definitely up there around typhoon strength, potentially right near the immediate coastal areas. So this is definitely something I really want to watch, specifically for everybody out here across the coastal Kanto area. The good news also is that typically by the time they get up this way, and that's probably what the scenario is going to be here, they're racing usually at about 50 to 60 kilometers per hour. So even if we do see these gusty winds, they typically last for a short period of time, but still enough to potentially blow around some light item. Continue to keep a very close eye on this, guys. Alright, so that is all for right now, everybody. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can always post them down there in the comment box below. As far as Japan, that's really our outlook. I also do quickly want to mention the Philippines indirectly being impacted by the thing is just the moisture inflow coming in from the west, and it's down towards Mindanao and southern portions of Visayas. You're going to see that rainfall wrap around, and you could see some areas of localized flooding down there towards the south. But that's really the extent of the impact from the Philippines. Also, gale force winds actually in Luzon due to that cold surge coming in. That's more so due to the cold surge associated with the northeast monsoon and less with the typhoon, but still enough to kick up some rough seas out there for you guys. All right, that is all for right now. Once again, thanks for watching. All right, stay safe out there.